What's up guys, it's Naf here. So today I finally did something I've been putting off for a long time, fighting Araxxi. Now I do have a lot of mixed feelings about this boss, and honestly going into it had a few misconceptions, which surprised me, and today I thought I'd just make a quick video talking about my first day fighting this boss and my overall thoughts. So the first thing that surprised me was the enrage mechanic. Personally, I've never fought any boss which has had this mechanic and didn't realise how impactful it was on the boss, or that it would go up so quickly. How it works with Araxxi is every time you successfully kill her, she gains 20% bonus damage until the daily reset, and this continues to increase up until 300%. Now I personally never killed her more than 5 times in one day, but what I can say is after killing her at 80% enrage, and then killing her after a reset with 0 enrage, the next day it felt insanely easier. This was very evident for me because in Australia the daily reset happens at 10 AM, so I managed to get 5 kills in before the reset, then relogged and did another 5 kills straight after, starting from 0% enrage again. Overall, I feel the difficulty of this fight is really based around 2 factors: understanding the mechanics and the percent of enrage you are on. Once you understand the mechanics, the fight in my opinion becomes pretty trivial, and getting the first 1 to 2 kills a day becomes extremely simple compared to killing her on the 5th, 4th or even the 3rd time, because the mechanics, especially the ones such as swipe, go from taking around half of your health off to nearly one-shotting you if you aren't full HP. Now, one thing about this boss is it's honestly the first time I've appreciated invention, and in particular the Venom Blood perk. On many of my kills, there were at least a few instances in phase 4 where my health would go extremely low, and I can't imagine how many extra deaths I would have had if I had the extra poison damage ticking on me at the same time. Along with that, the Devotion perk was particularly useful as well, sometimes activating at the perfect moment in phase 4 and essentially saving me. Now, the thing I found most challenging about this boss was the length of the fight. For me, my kills were between about 9 to 11 minutes, and after doing it for around 5 hours straight, I actually progressively got worse at it and began dying more. In my opinion, the fight is like a marathon where once you learnt the mechanics, phase 1 to 3 was trivial with you knowing exactly when the mechanics would happen and dealing with them appropriately. Then phase 4 would come around and it would turn into a sprint where you would essentially hope the boss wouldn't hit you too many times with an ability you're not praying against, and that the acid ball wouldn't jump on you too frequently or you would die. Going into this, I planned on farming Araxxi until I got gear, like I usually have done in the past with God Wars Dungeon 1 and 2 bosses, but due to the enrage mechanic and the lengthy nature of the fight, I'm probably just going to farm it through killing the boss 3 to 5 times a day, which may increase once I get a bit better at the boss, but it's definitely not what I initially expected to be doing. But that's pretty much it for this one. Honestly, the main message I want to get across is if you're an Ironman who hasn't tried Araxxi and you're just putting it off for whatever reason, you really just need to embrace the idea of dying a few times and learning the mechanics to begin farming a few kills a day, as you most likely won't immediately be able to begin killing her 10 plus times a day when you actually feel ready, like I planned on being able to do. And on that note, it is a really mechanic based fight, and gear is just a handicap for mistakes, so if you've got something like tier 70 power armor and a tier 80 weapon, I highly recommend you start doing this boss. And although I found it very stressful for the first few attempts, getting that first kill was extremely satisfying, and I only wish I began killing it sooner, as I'm sure it's going to take me months now, killing her a few times a day before I can actually make a full weapon. So if you're an Ironman killing this boss, I'd love to know how many kills you get per day, and if you haven't killed this boss yet and managed to get it down, let me know as well, as that's what I really hope comes out of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Just one last time. If only you'd be differently to me. If only was a summer night, the moon was shining bright on your golden hair. Oh, I miss this so much. We saw shooting stars, leaving sparkling skies as we